When you got an active print ranch going and all your printers, well, almost all your printers are running, we got all those going, we got these going, got most of those going, even got the that thing going right now. When I have all these going, people ask, well, how do you keep the air clean? Aren't you worried about the air? And yeah, I am. And I do have this hose right here, but I set that up for lasers. I didn't really set it up for 3D printing. Here's my solution, how I handle it. I don't rely on built-in filters. I don't rely on carbon and all that kind of stuff in my 3D printers. I did at one point think about I was gonna pipe them all together and route it outside and do all that, but there's a simpler solution. That plus that keeps me safe. Here's how it works. So this is the Govee air sensor. This is a Govee air filter. And what that does is it circulates the air in the whole shop. And what it does though, is it listens to him and he tells him when the air is getting bad. And those two work together to keep me safe. Let me show you what I mean. So this right here is the Govee app. Now these products are made by Govee. I'll admit, bit of a fan bear when it comes to Govee. Govee. I've got a whole bunch. Well, you see it in the app. This is all the stuff. We have the air purifier, the air quality monitor, RGB TV light bars. That's the all the shelf lighting you see back there. I have a light bar in my living room, wireless thermometer and hydrometer and stuff. I'm moving those around, so those aren't plugged in right now. And even in my basement. In fact, I have a heater in my basement. Let me just go there right now. And I need to turn on because it's getting a little nippy tonight. And we do worry about pipes freezing. Montana, it happens, all right? But let's go back. That aside, you're not here for that. So what I can do is I can go in here in the air purifier, and there you can see it's spiking every time I have a printer start up. It'll spike on you, and we were doing it kind of segment. But here's where we're at right now, and it can sit there and show you the parts per million, and then when it sees that, it talks to the air purifier and goes, hey, you need to step it up a notch and get to work. So we can go back over here and we can go to the air purifier, and there's the air purifier. Right now it's running nice and steady and whatnot. The thing about this is this allows me to not have to think about that because those two talk to each other. They both have air sensors in it. The air quality sensor is a little bit better, and it can tell all those parts per million and stuff that are the nasty little things you don't want to be breathing. Now, would I trust this if I was printing PLA? Well, PLA is not really much of an issue. In fact, some people say it's a non-issue. I still am a little worried about it, but we primarily print in PETG, but we also do some higher end stuff every once in a while. Do some stuff with carbon fiber in it. We do some stuff that's, ABS, ASA. Every once in a while we'll do something a little higher than that, but not very often. But still, all you need to do, even if you're concerned about that, you can always just pull up your phone and be like, no, run a little harder, okay? Cycle it a little faster. Let's make sure we really got it going. And that's how I keep safe with this. And I don't have to worry about, imagine this. You're running a print ranch and you want to go around and check the filter in every single one of your machines. Yeah, you don't want to have to do that. And some of these, I've seen the filters they make. They're not the best. Even on the higher end machines, the filters I look at, when I see them, I'm like, that's a kind of sketchy filter there. So don't worry about it. Get yourself a solution. Now you're like, well, this is expensive, blah, blah. Not really. Let's take a look at how much this costs. All right, so this here is the air sensor that I use, the Govee Life Smart Air Quality Monitor. And you see there, it does PM 2.5. So what that means is that it's sensing things down to 2.5 microns. Now, really, it would be nice to see below that all the way down to the ultrafine particles at 0.1 microns and smaller, but the reality is cost versus benefit. You're not going to get 0.1 micron materials floating around, and you're not getting also 2.5s when it comes to 3D printing. And what you need to make sure is that these machines, that they're HEPA rated. All right, they need to be HEPA H13 or H14. You want some active carbon that's going to handle the volatile kind of particles that are floating around. ULPA rated would be nice, but it's not exactly necessary for this. And you want to make sure you're getting enough air charges. You probably want, no, probably around 4 or 5 air changes per hour. I mean, honestly, you can't go, having too many is not really ever a problem except for creating a breeze or something like that. So this one is rated for, oh, actually, let me just go through it real quick and show you the air filter itself. This is the air filter I have, and it's rated to cover a room up to 1,046 square feet. I do think it's a little odd they don't talk about it in cubed feet. My shop here is, it's about the size of a 3-car garage. So it's about 24 by 36 with 9-foot ceilings. So it's a little higher than the average home, but which is what they're probably going at here. So it's probably right at the max specs here that you're going to get for something like this. Now they have 2 models of this. They've got the base model for $64.99, and then they have one with the 2.5 sensor built in. Now, you don't need this if you're going to be using this, and you don't need this if you're just going to rely on that. For me, I wanted more than one sensor floating around. I wanted to be able to know that, you know, hey, the air over here, like I could spread them out. And that was originally my plan. But one of the things that's kind of nice, and what I'm probably going to end up doing is moving that other air sensor over here so I can have an air sensor with the purifier next to the printers and then one near me so I can see what the air near me is like, what the air over there is like. But when I set the air sensor up first, because I was just, at the time, it was summer, I was venting air outside. And the P1S, if you don't know, has a USB port in it. And that's why I can power it right off of the P1S. I don't need another plug or anything else. It's kind of nice. Most printers don't have an accessory power port like that, but the P1S does. So anyway, back to this. There are other options out there in the Govee line, all right? They have the Series 2 Pro. This is the Series 2. They have the Mini, the Kitchen, the pet-friendly version. I would not recommend the Kitchen, the Mini. As you can see, the size of it, it just isn't sufficient enough. It's not going to get you up where you need as far as air circulation. If you want to be serious, I guess you could get the Kitchen one, 17 inch. It does. Someone's got a big kitchen. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at that. And what you're looking at there is that's the Smart Air for the large room. That's $1162. You're looking at, you know, $130 on that one. Just make sure that you've got something that can handle the air that's in the area that you are. Something that's going to handle that kind of output. There's something that has easy to access filters. You don't have to get the Govee. Now, I'll put links, of course, as we do, to everything down below that we talk about. And you can go that route. I'm a big Govee fan. I'm not sponsored by Govee. This isn't a sponsored video. In fact, I've been sponsored on my main channel by other air filter systems, but like Levoit and you know, some other ones. I'm a nerd. I like the knowledge. I like the data. I like to be able to go through, here's the numbers we're hitting, here's where we're at. And I'll be honest, since I've gotten it, I breathe a little bit better. It could be psychological. It's not. I mean, I know for a fact that I'm getting cleaner air, but you know, just the peace of mind is worth it alone to me. Let me know do you guys have a different system? Do you do something else? What works for you? Let me know down in the comments. Anyway, I just hope this can help you and keep you safe there. I know a lot of people are trying to bootstrap their own businesses. I've heard tell of people starting them up in their bedroom, let them print while you sleep. And that's great. I mean, it can be, some people like that kind of white noise. Just make sure either put a fan in the window and blow it outside, or get one of these filters and be safe. That's what I'm concerned about, all right? If you like what we do here, go ahead and chomp the old like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.